Hey everyone, I'm Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back to part 6 of the A5 Planner Showdown. Today I have the Wonderland 222 A5 Unstacked all-in-one planner and the Estelle Complete Weekly Vertical A5 Planner to share with you. Starting off here, these planners both have a title page where you can personalize it with your name if you would like. And then in the Estelle, it flips right to the year at a glance pages. In the Wonderland 222, first we have a couple of additional pages. So we have the key and an index, several pages of index, before we turn and find the year at a glance. Here I have the Wonderland 222 on the bottom and the Estelle on the top. These are laid out very, very similar. So each of these books gives you 4 years. So you have the previous year, the current year, and the upcoming next 2 years. So here's how the whole spread looks in the Estelle and the Wonderland 222. Here you can see that there is some shading on all of the years that's not the current year. So it's 2024. This one does not have the shading that these other ones do. The Estelle is much easier to read. It has nice dark bold fonts. And the other thing to note is that the Estelle, these calendars are a Sunday start, and the Wonderland 222 is a Monday start calendar. Then in the Estelle, flipping, we get to the yearly index pages, and flipping in the Wonderland 222, we also have the yearly index page, but it's set up a little bit differently. Here you can see that in the Estelle, you have 3 months per page. So you have each quarter, 1 page. You have 6 on the first spread and then 6 on the next spread. In the Wonderland 222, you have the whole year across these 2 pages. So the columns are much shorter, January to June on the left and July to December on the right. And you may also notice that the weekends are shaded. Both of these planners include the date, but not the day of the week. So you can see March 1 to 31. Again, it's that way in the Wonderland 222, but there's no way of knowing which day of the week either of these is. And at the bottom of these spreads, they both have a large blank area for you to make additional notes. The Wonderland 222 also does have page numbers, and the Estelle does not. So after all 12 months of the yearly index, flipping in the Estelle, we have a blank spread. After the blank spread, we have the January monthly. But in the Wonderland 222, we have a lot of extra pages still. So flipping, you can see their quarterly pages. You have a month spread for each month, and then a notes area for the same month on the opposite side of the page. So you have these for all 4 quarters. Then after that, you get into your routine tracker pages. So for every month, you have a spread where you can keep track of your habits or goals for the month. It has the month name, the date, and the day of the week, and then little boxes for you to check off as you complete your habits. And then once we get to the end of that, there is the notes and December overview page. So in the Estelle, you have a similar spread, except it's completely blank, so you can do whatever you would like with these pages. And in the Wonderland 222, there's a little bit of structure and shading on these pages. Then we flip and we can see the monthly spread. The first monthly spread in the Wonderland 222 is December of 2023, so they give you an extra month and even some extra weeklies. So you also have the weekly pages in this for December of 2023, but I'm gonna flip through so I can compare the January monthly. Here I have the Estelle on top. You can see again that the font is just a little bit darker black. You have the month name, the month number, and the year. Again, we have a Sunday start monthly calendar. The Wonderland 222 is a Monday start. And besides the date numbers in these boxes, the days of the week, and the month, there's nothing else printed on these pages. There's no holidays, there's no moon phases. In the Wonderland 222, you can see that there are holidays, there are moon phases, and there are little mini months at the bottom. So this is the previous month and then the next month. So for January, that's December 2023 and February 2024. You also may notice that there is some shading on the weekend, and the beginning days for February are printed in. So you can see that it's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. In the Estelle, it is just blank. There's also some extra space down at the bottom for the Estelle, and the Wonderland 222 does not have that extra space. In the Estelle, this extra space is great for whenever you need an additional box to be at the bottom instead of slashing it here. They just have a little spot for it down at the bottom. And the months where the Wonderland 222 needed an additional row, they made all of these one grid shorter to allow for that 6th row down at the bottom. So after the monthly spread in the Art Estelle, you get a blank spread. We're gonna see a lot of these blank spreads. And then you flip and it is week 1. In the Wonderland 222, you flip directly into the first weekly spread. Let's turn again because this one doesn't have stickers. Here you can see how much structure the Wonderland 222 A5 Unstacked weekly spread has. There are some darker lines kind of dividing up some sections here if you want to use morning, afternoon, evening. There's some additional space down at the bottom. The timeline goes from 7 a.m. to 21 or 9 p.m. There are moon phases. There's a little mini calendar, tells you what date it is. So it starts January 8th and it goes to January 14th. Some shading on the weekend. So now compare this with the Aura Estelle. The Aura Estelle is very minimal. There's not even a timeline. There are just tiny little dots every other grid. So if you wanted to turn this into a time, you could, and you could start at whatever time you wanted. It just has the day of the week, the date, the month, and then what week number it is. So here side by side, a very different approach with the Wonderland 222 and the Aura Estelle. Flipping now, we have another blank spread, and then we will have week 2, another blank spread, week 3, another blank spread, week 4, you guessed it, another blank spread, and then February. In the Wonderland 222, there are no blank spreads in between the monthlies, so you just flip from weekly to weekly. Then before every month, there is a review page and an overview page. So this is great if you want to review everything that happened in January, what went well, what didn't, what goals did you meet, what goals do you still need to work on. Then a February overview. These are the goals that I have for the month. This is what I would like to accomplish, etc. There is some structure here for you if you wanted to use these as it is designed before turning into the February monthly. So both of these planners have the monthly and the weeklies kind of shuffled in. The Art Estelle also includes the blank spread in between every single spread that is printed. After you get past all of the printed spreads, there are a handful of blank sheets in the back. I looked it up on the website. It said 30 plus pages. I think what they actually meant was 30 plus sheets because this is way more than 30 pages. They aren't numbered and I didn't want to count them, so I don't know exactly how many. The website didn't even say. I would guess about 60 or 70 blank pages in the back. After the Wonderland 222, the last weekly, you open up into the daily pages. Now these daily pages are not completely blank like the Art Estelle. They do have a printed timeline. So this goes from 1 a.m. to 24. There's a page number, a little shaded box that says daily. There's a spot here for you to put the date. So if you wanted to put 01/01/24, and there is some lines for some structure here if you wanted to use this as designed. In the Wonderland 222 A5 Unstacked all-in-one, there are 376 of these pages in the back, these undated daily pages, and we can compare them here. This is the Art Estelle, the completely blank page, and the undated daily Wonderland 222 pages. I would love to know your thoughts of these two planners down in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.